It's a calm weekday morning in Oak Ridge Heights, a neat suburban street where lawns are identical and gossip travels faster than mail. Evan Cole, a quiet cybersecurity analyst who works from home, steps out to collect a delivery, only to find the porch empty again. He sighs. Third package gone this month. He scrolls through his camera app, frustrated, and sees only static. The old porch cam keeps disconnecting. Later that afternoon, he installs a new one. High resolution, motion activated, with a silent night vision mode. That evening, he watches the feed live from his laptop. At 11:47 p.m., movement. A shadow glides across the lawn. Then the porch light flickers, and the shape leans into frame. It's Karen Holloway, the HOA treasurer, known for her clipped speech and constant friendly reminders. She lifts one of his boxes, glances straight at the camera, and smirks. Evan freezes the footage on her face, heart racing. The thief isn't a stranger, it's his own neighbor. Next morning, Evan walks across the street, phone in hand. Karen is pruning her roses, humming. He clears his throat. "Morning, Karen. I think you accidentally took one of my deliveries last night." She straightens, forces a laugh. "Oh, please, Evan. I just saw a box and thought it was mail that got mixed up. You tech guys are so suspicious." Her tone drips with sarcasm. Evan shows her the paused video. She blinks once, then scoffs. "Looks like me. Could be anyone. You can't just accuse people because you bought a toy camera." Before he can respond, she walks off, waving her pruning shears. He decides not to escalate yet. He'll let her hang herself with proof. That night, as he rechecks the feed, the motion alert flashes again. Same hour, same shadow. Same smirk. Evan crafts a trap. A medium-sized package wrapped like an Amazon delivery, inside which he hides a small GPS tracker, an AirTag, and a note that reads, "Smile, you're on camera." He places it on the porch and kills the lights, watching through his laptop. At 1:10 a.m., the gate creaks open. Karen's silhouette creeps forward, gloved hands stretching for the box. The moment she lifts it, the tracker pings on his phone. Target moving. Evan grins. Got her. But within 2 minutes, the signal freezes. The tracker map shows no location found. He zooms in, last ping inside Karen's house. The tracker has gone dark. Morning sunlight. A courier drops another box on Evan's porch, bigger, heavier, sealed with thick black tape. No return address, just a barcode and a small emblem he doesn't recognize. He shrugs, assuming it's a part he ordered for work. But when he looks closer, he notices tiny words near the barcode. Department of Homeland Security. Internal routing. His stomach flips. That's not right. He checks the shipping label, his address, correct name. Maybe a misship from his cybersecurity supplier? Before he can think further, he hears a voice. "New package, Evan? You sure shop a lot." Karen stands on the sidewalk, fake smile, watching too intently. The camera feed later shows her lingering outside long after he's gone inside. Eyes fixed on the Homeland Security box. That night, Karen can't stop thinking about the black-taped parcel. She calls her friend on speakerphone. He's up to something. I bet he's hacking the HOA. Maybe it's illegal stuff. If he's hiding something, I should find out. Her friend laughs nervously. "Karen, don't." But curiosity wins. At 1:26 a.m., she slips out wearing gloves and a hoodie, crossing the cul-de-sac under dim porch lights. Her eyes dart toward Evan's security camera. She believes he's asleep. She bends down, touches the box, hesitates. Then whispers, "He shouldn't have left it out here." The footage cuts off as she lifts the package and disappears into the shadows, carrying a Homeland Security shipment. Inside her kitchen, Karen locks the door, heart pounding. The box sits on the counter, heavier than she expected. She slices it open with a butter knife. Inside, thick manila envelopes stamped confidential, metallic casing wrapped in foam, and a warning label in red. Federal property. Do not open without authorization. Her smirk fades. "What the hell is this?" She flips through a folder, printed data tables, encryption keys, and a small steel box with a digital lock. A sticker on it reads, "Eyes Only, Cyber Defense Program Unit." She staggers back. realizing she might have just committed a federal crime. The steel box suddenly emits a low beep, a tracking signal activating. Karen stands frozen, the steel box's faint beep, beep, beep echoing through her kitchen. She flips it over. Beneath the casing, she spots a tamper-proof seal, property of the United States government. Her mind races. Oh no, I didn't mean to steal. This can't be real. She stuffs the papers back in, tapes the box shut, and shoves it into her laundry basket. Across the street, Evan's porch camera picks up faint movement near her window, Karen's silhouette pacing back and forth. Meanwhile, Evan's tracker app suddenly buzzes. The lost AirTag reactivates. Location, 142 Maple Drive, movement detected. The tracker flashes a message. Federal alert triggered. Secure transmission initiated. Evan's phone rings. An unknown number. Mr. Cole, this is Agent Carter, Department of Homeland Security. His stomach drops. We need to talk about a package mistakenly routed to your address yesterday. Do you still have it? Evan's voice shakes. No, it was taken. There's a pause. Taken by whom? He hesitates. A neighbor. The agent's tone changes, sharp, urgent. Do not approach them. We're already tracking the device, Agent Carter adds quietly. And, sir, if she's opened it, we may have a national security breach. The next morning, the calm street explodes with motion. 2 unmarked black SUVs roll in, engines low, windows tinted. Neighbors peek from blinds. Children's bikes sit abandoned on driveways. Evan steps outside, stunned, as men in dark suits and earpieces step out. Mr. Cole? One asks. I'm Agent Carter. We're here for the missing shipment. Evan points across the street. She's the one. House 142. She has it. The agents exchange looks and fan out. One of them checks his tracker. Signal's moving again. On the monitor, a red dot drifts from Karen's garage to her backyard. She's on the move. Inside her house, Karen's panicking. Her phone lights up with neighborhood messages. People asking why there are police cars everywhere. She slams her blinds shut and shoves the box into her garage under a pile of garden tools. They can't prove it's me. I didn't know what it was, she mutters to herself. Through the blinds, she spots the agents questioning neighbors, moving closer to her house. Her breathing turns shallow. She whispers, just stay calm. Don't open the door. Don't say anything. The doorbell rings sharply. She looks through the peephole. Agent Carter stands there, badge raised. Karen cracks the door open, pretending to act casual. Can I help you, officer? Carter. Ma'am, we're investigating a missing Homeland Security shipment. It was last tracked to your address. Have you received or seen any unusual packages? Karen laughs nervously. Homeland Security? You must have the wrong house. I only order garden supplies. Carter nods slightly, but his eyes scan behind her. He notices the faint hum coming from somewhere inside. Ma'am, do you mind if we take a quick look in your garage? She tenses. You need a warrant for that. A muffled beep sounds from the garage, and Agent Carter's expression turns cold. The beeping grows louder. Beep, beep, beep. Karen's face goes pale. What is that? She whispers. Carter steps back, radio crackling. This is Unit 7. We have a live tracker activation inside 142 Maple Drive. Request immediate lockdown. Karen panics and slams the door shut, locking every latch. Inside, the steel box's blinking light switches from yellow to red. The word security triggered flashes on a small digital display. Through her blinds, red and blue lights start reflecting across the walls. Dozens of vehicles pulling up. Agents shouting orders, neighbors filming from their porches. Karen watches in horror as a robotic bomb squad unit rolls toward her driveway and realizes they think the box is a weapon. The entire neighborhood transforms overnight. Floodlights pierce through the fog, slicing across lawns. Federal SUVs line the street like dark sentinels. A deep thump, thump, thump from the drone overhead rattles Karen's nerves. Her fingers tremble as she peeks through the blinds. Dozens of red and blue lights reflect in her eyes. The HOA group chat is chaos. They're raiding Karen's house. Is this about those boxes? Somebody film this! Karen's face drains of color. She clutches her phone, typing to her husband. Don't come home. Something's wrong. Across the street, Evan films from his porch. Quiet but steady. His face is a mix of vindication and disbelief. He zooms in, sees Agent Carter raising his radio. Carter, calm, controlled. Signal confirmed. Encrypted device still transmitting from 142 Maple Drive. Prepare to breach. The moment Carter gives the signal, two agents step forward with a battering ram, and Karen's porch light flickers out, thunderous pounding on the door. Federal agents! Step aside, ma'am. Karen opens the door halfway, eyes wide, voice shaking. I just borrowed it. I thought it was my neighbor's. Her excuses dissolve into noise as agents sweep in, flashlights, laser sights, steady commands. Inside, they find the steel delivery box half hidden under garden tools and trash bags. The LED on top blinks red, active signal. Agent Carter opens it on a sterile mat, everyone holding their breath. Inside, a sleek encrypted microserver humming faintly, engraved with Property of U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Carter's expression hardens. Even his team looks uneasy. The light shifts from red to amber. A low beep echoes. Carter mutters, "This isn't just stolen property. It's a classified network core." In the mobile command van outside, technicians work fast. Screens display strings of encrypted data scrolling rapidly. Carter briefs the team. This unit carries sandboxed intelligence data. It shouldn't even be outside a secure facility. Karen sits in a folding chair, wrapped in a blanket, pale and shaking. I just wanted to know what was inside. It was heavy, it said, server. I thought maybe someone dumped e-waste. Carter slams a file on the table, digital tampering logs. 2 login attempts, one from her home IP, one via mobile hotspot. She covers her mouth. No, I didn't, Carter. Someone accessed this from your house. At 1:42 a.m. this morning. A tech interrupts. Sir, the access attempt was ongoing when we arrived. Evan shows up with his phone in hand. Agent, you'll want to see this. He scrolls to his night footage, crisp, time-stamped. Karen sneaking across his driveway, lifting the box, smirking as she whispers, "Let's see what you're hiding, hero." The agents exchange glances. The evidence is irrefutable. Carter turns to Evan. You just solved half our mystery. But we still need to know why she powered it up. Evan, she's obsessed with control. She always thinks she's the HOA cop around here. Carter, well, she's about to learn what real authority looks like. Suddenly, a crash. Back door slams open. Karen's chair tips. She's gone. Carter shouts, "All units, suspect on the move!" Rain starts to fall. Flashlights slice through the night. Karen, barefoot, hair-soaked, bolts between backyards, clutching her phone. Her breath comes out ragged, almost panicked sobs. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to delete the files. But the phone screen tells a different story. A file transfer bar glows. 98% uploaded. Federal archive.zip. Agents close in from both sides. She slips on wet grass, phone flying into the mud. Carter grabs it first, wipes it off, stares at the glowing screen. The upload stopped at 99%. He crushes the SIM card between his fingers. You almost leaked a federal prototype to the open cloud. Karen trembles. I didn't know. Randall told me to open it. Carter's head snaps up. Randall who? Inside the command van, Carter pulls up network logs. The upload's trace doesn't end at Karen's Wi-Fi. It bounces through an HOA admin email address. He turns to Evan. Someone else had her do this. Someone with access to HOA systems. Evan's eyes widen. You mean one of the board members? They bring Karen back, soaked, eyes red. Carter crouches beside her. Who told you to check my packages? Karen hesitates, her lips tremble. It wasn't my idea. It was Randall. Randall from the HOA board. He said the packages looked suspicious. Carter exchanges a knowing look with his deputy. The agent mutters, Then we've got a bigger mess than we thought. Carter presses his radio and says quietly, Inside the mobile command van, glowing monitors fill the dark with electric blue light. Agent Carter scrolls through IP logs, his brow furrowing. The connection from Karen's house routes through a secured HOA cloud system, one with admin credentials tied to Randall Pierce, the HOA treasurer. Carter, this wasn't random nosiness. Someone used her to test if we'd notice a data leak. Karen sobs in the corner, voice cracking. He said I could get in trouble if I didn't help. He said you were spying on us through the flag cameras. Evan stares at her, speechless. The same HOA board that fined him for his mailbox color is now under federal investigation. Carter looks out the window, jaw tight. Looks like your HOA had a side hustle. His deputy rushes in. Sir, Randall's home security feed just went offline. Randall's mansion sits at the edge of the neighborhood. Sleek, glass-fronted, eerily dark. Agents move in formation through the garden gate. Inside, computers hum, screens glowing with code. A single email still open. Phase 2. Transfer backup data tonight before they trace it. Carter's radio crackles. Main server disconnected 2 minutes ago. He's wiping it. They hear movement upstairs. Footsteps. A door slam. Evan, watching from across the street beside a police cordon, sees Randall's SUV tear through the backyard fence. Headlights flash. Mud sprays, Carter yells. He's on the move! Don't let him reach the state line! Night wind whips across the empty highway. A federal blockade glows in the distance. SUVs in a diamond formation. Randall's vehicle barrels toward them at full speed. Sir, he's not stopping! Tires screech. An agent deploys a spike strip. Randall swerves, loses control, and his SUV slides into a ditch. Agents move fast, guns low, voices steady. Randall steps out, hands raised, calm but cold. You don't know what you're doing, he says quietly. That data was never meant for the government. Carter, you mean the data you stole from the government? Randall smirks. You'll find out who's really in charge. His phone buzzes in Carter's hand. An encrypted message pops up. Upload complete. Phase 3 initiated. Back in Oak Ridge Heights, chaos reigns. Media vans flood the street. Neighbors stand in clusters, whispering. Karen's house is sealed off with yellow tape. Evan's phone won't stop buzzing. News channels, bloggers, even Homeland Security PR teams want the footage. He scrolls through comments on his video, already trending. HOA exposed. Karen steals from the feds. This feels like a movie. Meanwhile, Carter's team runs diagnostics. The data Randall sent wasn't military. It was property data. Encrypted maps of land parcels across the county, a tech explains. He was selling info about government-owned properties through fake HOA shell companies. Carter. A federal smuggling front disguised as neighborhood enforcement. One of the analysts frowns. Sir, there's one last location on the map that's still active. Evan's house. Evan returns home relieved but exhausted. His front yard still lit by abandoned news lights. He reaches for his mailbox, but freezes. A faint red light blinks from the flower bed. He calls Carter immediately. Agents swarm within minutes and dig up a small black capsule. A hidden tracker. They planted this weeks ago, Carter mutters. Randall wasn't just after your package. He was watching you. Evan, why me? Carter, because Homeland Security rerouted the test devices to random civilians. He was looking for the weak link, someone he could manipulate. Evan's voice hardens. He picked the wrong neighbor. A message appears on the tracker's small screen. Final upload pending, 60 seconds. Carter barks orders. Cut the signal. Contain the field. Techs rush to set up signal jammers. The timer on the device drops from 60, 45, 30. Karen, now handcuffed in a nearby van, watches through the window, whispering, I didn't know he was serious. He said it was just neighborhood data. Carter yanks open the capsule. Inside, a microchip identical to the Homeland Security server drive. He throws it into a lead case and the timer freezes at 0002. The neighborhood goes silent. No explosions, no alarms. Just the hum of distant crickets. Carter exhales. That was his insurance policy. If we hadn't stopped it, every government property blueprint in this state would have gone public. Carter looks toward Evan. But you stopped it. You're the reason this neighborhood isn't ground zero for a data breach. Weeks later, Oak Ridge Heights is quiet again. The HOA dissolved. Randall is behind bars. Karen faces federal probation for aiding a cybercrime investigation. A news van interviews Evan in front of his repaired mailbox. So you're the man who exposed the HOA espionage ring. Any last words? Evan smiles faintly. Yeah, maybe now they'll think twice before messing with people's mail. He glances at his porch. An American flag waves proudly in the wind. Carter's car drives by, giving a small nod before disappearing down the hill. It's poetic.